All right. The toss of okay. Waiting for Victoria comes to an end, folks. Right on time at 9 o'clock, folks. Waiting for Victoria comes to an end, folks. It's straight to me. Right then. All right. Her show morning. The morning show with the amazing and talented Victoria has come to an end. And hello, everyone. I will take it from here on this Tuesday. Do you all miss me? Do you really all miss me? I hope you all did. This is Mornings with Marcel and Friends for this Tuesday, July the 11th. So glad you're on board. I got all the news, all the essentials. I got the first of the day and the word of the day, too. And also, on thought for the day about Threads, a newest app, originally the newest social app that from Instagram. So that's all just ahead. And if you knew of my show, come on by, give us some like, thumbs up, just like Victoria, Larry, and others. Give some like, thumbs up, and we're going straight big. Straight big. Give us some like and chat along if you can. If you don't have a pop-up chat, there is the chat. Live chat is available right now via live, but I will have to put the link on that. And many thanks to Porceless Prem for sending me the amazing link from Victoria's page. Victoria sees you tomorrow. The other shows are coming your way as well for the links. If you don't have a link, there's a chat right now. But right now, as we do this every Tuesday, this morning, we all know about everything. Banks collect billions of dollars each year from credit card late fees that often range around $40 per delinquent incident. Those often costless fees could drop to $8 later this year if the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau finalized a proposed rule that would curb how much issues or issuers can change or charge. Not change, it's charge. So now, grab a cup of coffee, some delicious breakfast, and here it is, some 5 things from CNN to get you up to speed and on with your day for this Tuesday, July the 11th. Starting with NATO. NATO leaders are meeting at a key summit in Lithuania today as Russia's war in Ukraine remains a top agenda item, along with discussing a future pathway for the war-torn country to join the alliance. While the issue has prompted some division among leaders, the White House said the alliance will send a united positive signal, in quote, on Ukraine's path to NATO membership, but declined to give a specific timetable. This comes a day after Turkey's lifting of a blockade on Sweden's entry into the alliance. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Zelensky has voiced frustration that uncertainty over the country's NATO membership is motivation for Russia to continue its terror. All eyes are now turning to several highly anticipated meetings that Zelensky is scheduled to have with President Biden and NATO leaders scheduled for today and tomorrow. Next, more than 3 million people are under flood alerts across the Northeast today after multiple rounds of intense rainstorms forced water rescuers and evacuations across the region yesterday. Parts of New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are expected more showers today, with the highest risk of excessive rainfall covering much of the state of Vermont. And the governor, Phil Scott, said this: "We have not seen rainfall like this since Hurricane Irene, and in some places, it will surpass even that." Hurricane Irene brought destructive flooding to the state in 2011, leaving entire communities underwater. While here in New York, 6 counties are similarly under a state of emergency. At least 1 person died after being swept away by floodwaters as she tried to evacuate from the officials. Twitter's traffic tank following the launch of Meta's rival app Threads, which topped more than 100 million users within 5 days after it launched yesterday, from Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced. Its successful debut marked a staggering feat for any social network, and one that puts it on pace to rapidly pass Twitter's audience size. Twitter traffic have already been trending downward for months, but the pace of its decline accelerated in recent days, likely reflected in mass migration from the platform owned by Musk to one by Zuckerberg. In addition to countless celebrities that have joined, more than 100 lawmakers have signed up as well. Few world leaders appear to be on the platform at the moment. Oh, I can't wait! I will love to have the join Threads, but since I was downloading that app, it's really amazing behind Twitter, and I'm not going to deactivate my platform because of that. I'll tell you what, and I'll tell you why. I had to stay there without no hackering and even no packing up. Whoever thought? If you follow me on Twitter, be sure to follow me on Threads so I can see what the viewers has to say right up there. You know where it is, right? Is Marcel today, same as Instagram. Now, a volcanic eruption in Iceland is sending plumes of smoke across the region, known for its sweeping lava fields and geothermal activity. That's geothermal. The eruption occurring south of Iceland's capital, Reykjavik. That's Reykjavik. Began yesterday, according to the Icelandic Meteorological Office. And so far, no disruption has been reported at the country's airport in Keflavik. Since the eruption took place in an uninhabited area, there were also no immediate risks to communities or infrastructure from the IMO. But it warned people not to venture near the area, saying there will be an accumulation of dangerously high levels of volcanic gases. Scientists have warned of possible eruptions after hundreds of minor earthquakes were detected in recent weeks. And last but not least for you on this Tuesday morning, a year after tennis players from Russia and Belarus were banned from playing at Wimbledon following the invasion of Ukraine, organizers of the tournament accepted entries from players from the two countries if they compete as neutral athletes and follow appropriate conditions. Still, the war remains a touchy subject on and off the court. Tennis player of Belarus, Victoria Azarenka, said it wasn't fair that the crowd booed at the end of her fourth round match against Ukrainian Alana Svitolina, who ended up winning the tight contest. Separately, tennis star Novak Djokovic has called for earlier start times at Wimbledon amid a curfew controversy that is halting matches earlier than most players and fans would like. Now to the breakfast bounce for wrapping up 5 things for this Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Powerball prize jumps to an estimated $725 million. The tastiest hotels around the world. Pitt accused of looting Chateau Marvel's assets. Kids should avoid the controversial energy drink from lawmakers, and satellite captures the shiniest exoplanet ever discovered. Today's number, 1,000. That's around how many major companies pledged to leave Russia after President Putin launched his war in Ukraine, but several are continuing their operations, according to the Yale research. The companies allegedly breaking their promises to scale back their presence in the country, including Heineken, on Unilever, Philip Morris, and Oreo maker Moldaz, according to the research. And in memoriam for you, Hawaiian post surfer Michaelia Jones died at the age of 44 in a surfing accident in Indonesia over the weekend, according to social media posts from his daughter and other professional surfers. He was well known throughout the surfing world for the memorizing photos and videos he took while riding inside massive breakup waves. And today's quote from beauty queen Lila Calcolo, sharing words of information after becoming the first transgender pageant contestant to win the title of Miss Netherlands. She will go on to represent her country in Miss Universe later this year. Never stop dreaming of being your ultimate confident in you. How about that? All right. Dow up. Let's see what we have before we go to the verse of the day. As of yesterday, I just told you before about the starting the week with the Wall Street, Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P are remain in the green column. They're up at 209. The Nasdaq rose 24. S&P 500 is up 10. I will put that on my socials. But first, the futures instead. Let's see what we got for us. They're still in a green column instead. They're still in the green column before the opening bell is set to take place in just around 11 minutes from now. 11 minutes from now, as always. Yep, Dow futures up 118, NASDAQ 100 futures up 29, S&P 500 futures rose at 11. All right. That's a look at your 5 things and a look of what's happening in the market industry. I have the opinion on Threads' Twitter war between Musk and Zuckerberg coming up. But right now, it is time for the verse of the day. Oh, yes, indeed. Phil Ware, thank you very much for the verse of the day. You heard what he says, folks. Our mouths filled with laughter, tongues with songs of joy. Then it was said among the nations, the Lord has done great things for them. That is Psalm 162, verse 2. Psalm 162, verse 2. And boy, oh boy, amen for that. All right. It is now 9 till the end of the mornings with Marcel and friends, but I had to say for you in the next 30 minutes, I give you everything you need to know, from the opinionated on what's happening on the 5 things to what's been going on into your life for the thought for the day. And also the word of the day is coming your way for you in just a moment. Before we're going to wrap things up as always. You know what today's word of the day is? I'll tell you why later on. But for now, do you remember Twitter and Threads between Musk and Zuckerberg? Oh, yes. One of Musk's least favorite users is moving to Meta's competing platform, Threads. So the 20-year-old Florida college student named Jack Sweeney, who started the Elon Jet Twitter account that used a bot to track the location of his private jet using publicly available data, started an account named Elon Musk Jet on Threads last week, soon after Meta launched the platform. So, project gained notoriety for Jack in early 2022. That will be last year, when Musk offered him $5,000 to stop posting his plans, location, and the students repiled with a request of $50,000, who was worth more than $200 billion for Musk at the time, according to estimates, turned down his definitely request. So, on there forward, if you don't, what in the world is Threads? And what did they start it? Oh, how about this one from The Guardian, ladies and gentlemen? It's from Josh Taylor. It feels as if the death of Twitter has become greatly aggregated since Musk took ownership of the company. Indeed, it's not Musk, but Meta's launched Threads, which has 100 million plus users in a matter of days. That could be the biggest threat to Twitter at present. Though appears to be a very difficult social media beast. For starters, Meta's response to Twitter is accessed through your Instagram account, meaning you can automatically follow the accounts you already followed on IG. And though it looks quite familiar, or should I say quite familiar to Twitter, with short text-based posts, it differs in key ways. And Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp, hasn't been shy in explaining where he thinks Twitter has definitely failed. We'll get to that. Saying that the platform had underachieved due to an amount of hostility on the platform from Musk. He said that his aim will be to grow Threads to be big but friendly. So it is possible to have a town square without everyone yelling at each other? Well, no. Adam Mosseri of Instagram, meanwhile, said the news and politics will not be as prominent, which seems to go against the idea of such a site. It seems Meta wants to send a message straight away that this isn't your live news source, which is arguably the one thing Twitter always got right until recently. That's the bottom line. It started... Do I mention it? Started it Threads? When was the Threads from IG started? Anyone? 6 days ago. That will be June 6th. And of course, June 5 here in the Americas instead. Wow. If you got Threads, I know what you've been definitely thinking about it. And yes, indeed, you should follow mine. is Marcel Myrick today. I will put that for you on the chat page so you could all people remember the name of it. If you don't download the app from your tablet and anything else, oh, that's okay, people. That's okay, people. Make sure you should download it and keep up to date for what's going on in the world. I promise you. So take down Musk, stay with Twitter, and guess what? It's just always to have threads around. Believe me. Believe freaking me. All right. Let's check one last time to see what's the futures before we bring in the word of the day. And you know what, before that, we don't have much time because of Victoria's show finally returning, as always, from the travels. The futures are set to take place in the green column, but it will start in just 3 minutes' time. So as we're almost tried to wrap things up for the show, today's word of the day is loquacious. Someone described as loquacious might also can be wordly prone to using more words than considered necessary when talking or garrulous, tending to talking a lot. For example, she's the loquacious. You know the word is? She's the loquacious host of a weekly news podcast. How about this? For assistance, the Gainesville, Florida Sun. He is the most well-read city commissioner on issues, policies, and governance. He is not the most loquacious commissioner, just the most listened to. I'll give you the amazing spell. Loquacious. 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 Yes, the word loquacious. And I just sent a tweet. Sorry about that, folks. All right. The thought for the day. What are your thoughts? Let me know on my socials. Remember, be sure to follow me on Threads at Marcel Myrick today, the same as Instagram. Well, that will be it for your 30-minute look of Mornings with Marcel and Friends. I hope you're having a well-deserved great day ahead. If you're listening to my podcast from now, I hope the Morning News Headlines podcast will keep you connected for what's going on for 15 minutes overnight and shape up for the day. Until then, I'm Marcel Myrick signing off, and it's 9:30. Thank you so much for taking the time for logging in and chat along. If you have any other shows, make sure you put the links available wherever you may be. I'll see you back here next Tuesday morning, same time, same place, same platform. Bye-bye.